After 15 years of marriage, my wife prepared for an evening out with the precision of an actress stepping onto a stage. Every gesture, every adjustment to her dress, felt rehearsed. She leaned close, her perfume hanging in the air, and whispered, "James, tonight I want to feel alive, untamed." What she didn't realize was that I already knew the truth. She wasn't dressing for me. Her affair had been uncovered, and her lover's wife would be waiting at the same restaurant, divorce papers tucked neatly inside her bag. My own preparations had been finished hours earlier. Her belongings were carefully folded into suitcases waiting by the front door. The locks on our house had been changed. Once, Emily and I had a life others admired, 2 children, a warm home, laughter that used to come so easily. But over the last year, I felt the distance growing. Her late nights became routine. Her phone never left her hand, its blue glow illuminating her face in the dark. She smiled at her screen in ways she no longer smiled at me. Small shifts that most would miss screamed their warning at me. When I asked, her answers were vague, dodges and half-truths. I convinced myself it might be a phase, something we could push through. But my instincts told me otherwise. One evening, I overheard the soft, intimate tone of her voice during a hushed call. I didn't catch the words, but I didn't need to. Later, a look at her phone confirmed everything. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I watched. I tracked her unexplained errands, the missing hours, the excuses stacking up one after another. Then came the final revelation. Her lover was married too. The discovery didn't destroy me, it sharpened me. I found his wife, and when we spoke, our stories reflected each other. Together, we decided how this would end. On the night Emily had arranged her secret meeting, she spent nearly an hour upstairs preparing. In the mirror, her face glowed with expectation. Downstairs, I slid the final sweater into her suitcase and zipped it shut. Every folded garment felt like another nail sealing the coffin of our marriage. Every lock I turned was a vow, to myself, to my children, that she would never have the chance to wound us again. When she descended the stairs, she looked radiant, almost giddy. With a teasing grin she said, "I need to feel wild tonight." The words cut deep, but I stood motionless, my expression calm, offering her nothing. She walked out the door, believing she was stepping into a night of passion. But at the restaurant, my plan unfolded. Her lover arrived first, expecting intimacy. Instead, he was greeted by his wife, her voice slicing through the air as she thrust divorce papers into his hands. Her fury filled the room, drawing every pair of eyes toward their table. His arrogance drained away in seconds. And then Emily entered. The joy on her face froze instantly. She saw him cornered, his wife's rage exploding, the fantasy unraveling before her eyes. She stood paralyzed, caught in the humiliating spotlight, her escape exposed for what it really was, a public downfall. Meanwhile, I sat quietly at home. The suitcases stood ready by the door. The locks were secure. My phone buzzed again and again with her desperate messages, please, apologies, frantic promises. I didn't reply. This wasn't about revenge. This was about reclaiming myself. 15 years of marriage ended that night, but what I gained was worth far more. My dignity, my closure, and the freedom to rebuild on my own terms. Sometimes the hardest truths don't just break you, they carve you into something unshakable.